Welcome to CIS 475 Machine Build. My name is Bert Gibbons. I'll be your instructor. First thing we're going to do is make sure or install the latest JDK from Java or from Oracle. This is pretty easy to do. If you go to www.oracle.com, first page, go to Downloads, Java for Developers. In Java for Developers, there's a few things you can download. The only thing I want is the Java JDK, the latest one, which is it looks like 1.7. When they say 1.7, they're really talking about Java 7. So let's go to the JDK download. Depending on your different environment, there's some things you have to know about your own machine before you start installing all the pieces that we need. I at least have to know what kind of operating system and what version or what the chipset is for your computer. For instance, I'm running Windows 7, which I know is a 64-bit machine. You could be running OS X, which is Apple. This is Mac OS X. You pretty much have to know, basically, number one, how to install a program. EXEs are pretty easy to do. DMGs is done by the Apple installer. There's some sort of core competencies that you have to know. I'm not going to go through those. But let's talk about how to install the JDK. If I look at Windows 64, this is my machine. I'll click the EXE. It tells me I have to accept the agreement. Now for this, I don't need an Oracle account. It will just let me blindly download this. I'm going to pause for a second while this downloads. I'm back. The JDK is completed. Downloading. I click it. Yes. Okay. Let's take a look what it's going to do. This update wizard will guide you through the installation process. Now, I already have the JDK installed on my machine. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this. This looks like JDK 1.7.50. I think I have 1.7.10. We'll go through it. So, excuse me, 51. All right, make sure everything's selected. Notice that the install environment is going to be C program files Java JDK 1.7.0_51. Now, Java is one of those core programs that run on your system. I wouldn't be surprised if it were required a restart to your system. We'll see. I know that if you had some other process that were running against Java, one of the things it's doing right now is just stopping services, starting services. I wouldn't be surprised if it said I'd recommend a restart. Or if it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised if certain things didn't work until you restarted. All right. It's installing the Java Jre, which is different from the JDK. JDK is a Java development toolkit. The Jre is a Java runtime environment. So when it says that 3 billion devices are run on Java, they're talking about the Java Jre, the Java runtime environment. Looks like this package comes with both. All right, this is almost done. I'm curious to see if my old 1.7.10 is gone. I guess we'll find out. Okay, almost done. I'm going to pause. There, that's back. Okay. So cool. It successfully installed Java 1.7.51. Alrighty then, let's close it. Now, I'm curious to see what the end result is. So let's go to Program Files. I'll refresh. Go to Program Files again. Go to Java. Yep, so there's Java JDK 1.7.051. That's there. It didn't remove my 1.7 here. I'm going to go to Computer and see where the Java Home is set. Java Home is is an environment variable that points to where Java is. So let's go to the environment variables, Advanced System Settings, environment variables. One of the environment variables is going to be Java Home. See, it didn't quite install it. So what it did was Java Home is still pointed to Program Files Java JDK 1.7.0_10, the old Java environment. So why don't we complete the install and point it to where it's supposed to be pointed, which is 51. So all I'm going to do is go down to this directory, put it in my clipboard by copying it, go back here, edit my Java Home variable, set it to that path. Very good. If I want to test that, I'm going to bring up the command prompt and let's see if it pops up with the version. How about okay, well, at least the environment variable set. Echo means return or print. The percent sign, the thing between the percent signs is any of those environment variables. So we know that anything that's going to call the environment variables is going to definitely point to the right JDK, 1.7.051. That's complete. Appears to me that the Java JDK is installed. Anything that's going to be asking for the Java JDK. So if a program runs or a program that installs like Eclipse or another program, it may not look at the environment variables to figure out where your JDK is. It may ask you directly where it is. You're either going to give it the root directory for the JDK, this whole directory, or the bin directory. So if you look at bin, if you remember class CISC 181, you did things like manual compiles. That javac.exe is how to manually compile a Java program. And the rest of the Java programs are under this bin directory. Okay, JDK is installed. The next install is going to be Tomcat, Apache. Nothing to that one. That's just that's the personal web server, I guess you could say, for Java. That's the next video. See you soon.